So, I thought complaining didn't work. I thought ranting didn't work. Konami actually listened, y'all. They actually reversed the time rules. No, not time rules. What am I saying? Scratch that. They didn't reverse the time rules. They reversed the Ultimate Time Wizard ruling for the foreseeable future. We'll read as follows. What are the rules for the Time Wizard updated format? A. I'm reading this directly from Konami. Here's a little post right here. Picture of being a of course. Time Wizard events use the available cards forbidding a limited list rule regarding drawing the first turn of the dueling of the selected Time Wizard format. New Time Wizard event will use the game mechanics and text of the era in question at the NAWCQ 2025. This is an update to an earlier fact. In the future, we will offer the TCG version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel's time travel format, which uses current mechanics card text but older pools. Both Time Wizard and Time Travel will be offered at the OTS level. So, for you slow folks in the back or people who didn't understand what I was saying, Konami just thank you for listening, thank you for keeping an open ear, and thank you for using your common sense. So, I'm not a Time Wizard player. I'm not a Edison player. I love Edison. I love GOAT. I would play those formats if somebody gave me a deck. But I like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! What Konami just did was prove that the customer is always right. And it's going to pivot into a different video I have that's going to come out called The Future of Yu-Gi-Oh! So be on the lookout for that. And this pretty much means Konami's giving us alternatives to play Time Wizard format, meaning the time travel format that they're going to come out with is going to be exclusively used to host older formats with an updated card text, which pretty much means for those new players who come into Yu-Gi-Oh! Who don't want to learn old rulings, they just want to stick to the current rulings, you can go into the time travel format and play with the updated rulings from the back in the day decks, which is going to completely change the entire metagame from back in the day. Because a lot of these decks from back in the day was built around the rulings of said time. And then Time Wizard format is the real true retro format. Why this is good? This is good because it's more options, more ways to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's a fantastic way to just bring in more hype to the game. I give Konami shit. I give them a lot of crap. But when they do right, I think it's really good to reward them. So once again, everybody in the comment section, hashtag WKonami, because this is stuff that I've been talking about for years, and I'm finally happy that the community is coming together and sticking to their guns and making shit happen. I think Konami and a lot of these companies is outside of Konami, going into like different industries. They are finally starting to listen to the customer because they're realizing, hey, if we don't listen, these people are just gonna go somewhere else. I wouldn't even be surprised if Konami probably thought about, hey, if we change the Time Wizard format to the updated rules, it's gonna piss a lot of people off. And somebody else is like, nah, it won't make people mad. People won't care. People will adapt. They will think it's cool. I guarantee you, in the Konami office, when they decided to make the decision, they were probably split 50-50 down the middle. One half of the people in the decision-making room was like, this is not a good idea. People are going to complain. And the other half was like, nah, we should just try it out. It's going to be good. Trust me. I think it's going to work. And when it came down to people complaining, they realized, like, yeah, we got a few people who like the idea of making the rules updated, but a majority of players are saying, F this, screw you, Konami. It is what it is. Now, also, too, I was reading some comments on Zodiac Duelers, and people were saying that if you guys pay attention, this is only for the WCQ 2025. Even if that was the case, right? One thing I do appreciate that Konami did, so once again, W Konami, they gave players the option at their locals to do Time Wizard format and Time Travel format. So that's saving the local scene, because one of the arguments I had in my most recent video I dropped today that YouTube just destroyed an algorithm, or y'all just didn't care about clicking the link. Whatever, it is what it is. I dropped the video, trying to be daily, but y'all do what y'all want to do. I pretty much talked about like how important it is to, stand up and do things against Konami and things like that. But at the same time, when it's all said and done, I'm just happy they reversed this rule. I'm happy they finally listened to the players. I'm happy that everyone who's playing Time Wizard is gonna get their wishes. And one thing that kind of pissed me off is people always was saying, "Oh, you guys are just complaining. You guys are just ranting. You guys are just bitching. You doing too much. Suck it up. Get used to the new rulings." And I don't get people. This is what really irks me with half of the Yu-Gi-Oh community. You got one half of the community like me who wants to get shit done and do things the right way. Then you got another half of the community that just eat whatever shit Konami shits out, if you want to be frank. Like, a lot of people say, I'm tired of you guys complaining. Just deal with it. Now, I'm with you when you're right on certain topics. Like, I don't like when people complain about modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It is getting better, to believe it or not. It ain't what it was a few formats ago. And I hate when people complain about that. But when you obviously see a negative change to something that people like, then I don't understand why people complaining about that is that big of a deal. Retro formats are huge for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! Has the just for it being so old, it has the, what's the word I'm looking for? It has the authority and the luckiness to be for being around so long to allow itself to do a retro format. Many games don't get 25 years. You have things like Magic the Gathering that's doing this. And that's one thing I want to talk about too. Like, this can literally, it's going to grow Yu-Gi-Oh! Because now you have two separate entry points, time travel format and time wizard format, where players can pick and choose what they want to do. And considering Konami's not forcing nobody's hand with this time travel format, Time Wizard players might say, hey, our Time Wizard tournament is over for the YCS. Let's go try this time travel format out. It may be fun. It's going to be a fun, something new to do, and a good way Konami can recycle their reprints and make more money. Now, what I would like to see to come from this in the near future is more support for these alternate formats, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is at the point in its, for being around so long, it's going to be like Magic, where Magic has 1,000 different formats and people pick and choose what they want to play and just stick to it. We need more alternatives like this for people can play, so that way we can have Yu-Gi-Oh! Players of different ilk coming together doing different events at locals and regionals and YCS. But the Konami needs to promote these events more. They need to give them more money. They need to put more resources in it. Give them cool trophies, because it's going to help grow the game. And then you can bring in rush duels. Everyone wants that in the TCG. I'm down to try it out, or even I'm open to learning it just to see how it is, because it is a slower game. But, to wrap this video up, I don't want to keep it too long. Konami did us a solid, or did you Time Wizard players a solid, and listened. And they've been listening all year, and I'm all for that. So whoever making these decisions in Konami, thank you. You guys are dope as hell. And yeah, man, are you guys excited for these rule reversals? Let me know in the comment section down below. Smash that like button. Let's get this video to 100 likes. And be sure to check out my channel sponsors in the description down below. TradingCardMint.com for 7% off. And Imperium Duels for 10% off. All right, man, it's your boy Rogue Hero, and I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in the next video.